Okay, exciting times. Welcome. Marco here with neveracaseofthemondays.com and the Sharpened Axe groups. Welcome to day 8 of your online recruiting marketing bootcamp, attraction marketing bootcamp. So this stuff is designed to teach you how to use social media to attract and recruit efficiently and rejection free without wasting your time chasing around skeptics and trying to pull and drag people off the fence and wasting just tons of time, right? A way more efficient thing, and I'm hoping that it's all pulling together for you. Okay, so today's topic is called how to turn your prospects into happily married reps and customers using powerful love letters. And so we're going to continue with these kind of analogies and stuff, but we've been using these strategies now for the last few years to we have created multiple 6 figures, 7 figures in sales and volume and all that kind of stuff, thousands of leads, and we recruit more efficiently, effectively using social media, automated ways to only talk to the higher qualified people. We use funnels, we use filters, we use capture pages, and have Facebook working for us and the other platforms working for us while we're not working to prospect and even follow up, which I'm going to go into that tomorrow, so make sure you watch for tomorrow. If you haven't seen the other videos of the bootcamp, I really recommend to go back, watch those, and really it took me a few times to really have these kind of pieces come together, but I'm telling you, once it does and it kind of clicks for you, it's wildfire, it's fire. Okay, so I mentioned these love letters. Let me explain. All business requires a product, a sales of a product to stay in business, right? But before the customer will buy, they need a reason to buy. We have to create an emotional trigger, basically, and they have to have desire, right? And maybe even agitate the pain. They have to have pain, and then they're going to be looking for solutions, right? So you got to convey the benefits and not the features. And you may have heard this before, but it's not about what your product is and all the ingredients and antioxidants or wellness or the facts and figures and things that nobody cares about. It's more about stories, and it's about the benefits. What's the benefit of your product, your service, right? And if you want to get really deep, it's about the benefit of that benefit. Like, what's the benefit of buying it? Okay, you get blah blah blah, and then when you get that result, what's the benefit of getting that result, right? So that's kind of that's a process. This process is called the sales process, or in network marketing, it's called the recruiting process, like basically the system, right? So part of the reason why I'm sure you're watching this is you were looking for solutions for building a business so you can get to wherever you're getting to, right? And that would be based on emotion too. And I'll tell you, people don't buy based on logic. So forget the facts and figures and the features. They buy based on emotion, like a feeling, right? You got to get them from the cortex up front, the thinking space, which is not a lot of feeling, into the back end, the limbic system, basically, where there's more of a feeling space, right? So, but basically, you're looking for a way to remove yourself from that sales process, right? Like, automate it as much as possible so you can save time. That was me. If you love sales, like some people are, you see them on stage, you're freaking crazy uplines that are like, they can go into an elevator and pull out 10 numbers and, have their sales pitch, and they're just talking to everybody. I'm like, I was kind of quiet and kind of an introvert, and I really don't like selling people or getting people to do things they don't really want to be doing, right? So I wasn't really looking for a sales career or being a professional salesperson. I kind of want that slot machine to run for me, right? Run on its own. And it's possible. It's going to take a little bit of learning and work, but it's more simple than you think. And you watch these videos a few times, it's really going to come together. So at some point, though, like the relationship, right? We're going to talk about the letters. The business owner and the client need to make a decision, right? Like, things aren't going to sell themselves. You got to pop the question, of course. That's what these videos are, talking about a little bit. And there's those lies in network marketing and home business. The product's going to sell itself. It really just sells itself, It's like, okay, let's see. You can test it. Put that out on your front porch and see if it gets up and walks away and it goes sells itself, right? You got to be able to move this stuff. People don't kind of just come together and fall in love. You got to, people have to be asking each other and getting to know each other and things like that. So the greatest part about this attraction marketing stuff is that you don't have to, be all awkward, get down on one knee and be asking the question so much. You can have the sales letter and even videos lock them in, right? And so that there's an art to it, and it's a process. Okay, so a sales letter is just another web page. Like you have a capture page that captures their email, so you can follow up and send emails like you're getting these. But then there's also this other web page. And personally, like I'm putting these, video is where it's at these days, right? But you can do sales letters too, and it does the job of a sales letter without you and without the pressure, so they can kind of decide on their own. It takes them through the same kind of process, like a total salesperson does the same thing, but the prospect is kind of selling themselves, right? As they're reading, they're selling themselves instead of you selling them. And the more that they read, the more they like. If there's some kind of copywriting skill in there, it's called copy, the art of sales copy. Okay, so here's the important part. If they don't buy, it's totally fine, because you're actually, with little boosted ads and different better strategies where it's getting in front of so many people, right? It's totally fine if you're hitting more numbers. It's fine if they don't buy it, 'cause at least, but here's the important part, at least you didn't sit there for driving across town or spending hours with them trying to convince them and to take all that time, so you completely don't waste your time. And since we're talking about putting our information only in front of the right people that are already interested, right, this is important. And then as they're reading, they can qualify or disqualify themselves without you. How badass is that, right? So that's the power of the written letter. The promise is to save you time, and when we say rejection free, that's what that means. Okay, that's the power of a written letter. So a sales letter has to be kind of hypnotic. See, we love stories. That's why we watch movies. We like to kind of sit back, relax, be entranced into a storyline, right? So there's skill to this. So it's kind of hypnotic, and it keeps them reading, and it has basically starts off pattern interrupt, kind of hits emotional triggers. There's a reason that they're reading it. There's a reason for reading, and it's to find, you're looking for solutions, right? Everybody's looking for a solution. So you address that up front. You're providing an answer, like a solution to someone's problem. And that's way better than just like copy and pasting and blurting out something to somebody like, hey girly, and you got to show them you care first, right? So you're kind of really even telling your story, sending them through a story, talking about those problems, issues, frustrations, and you're addressing those, right? So it keeps them reading. And then I'm going to talk about this ultimate close, like the marriage proposal, right? So imagine you set up like the roses, nice environment, you got the suit, you got people around, friends, there's kind of a pressure, you get down on one knee, right? And you set it up the right way, right? And it creates the right environment, and that helps the decision, right? So you also want to add logic on the back end, emotional, but you want to have that social proof and explaining them through all the objections, like kind of like answering the Q&A stuff all throughout there. And then you back up the emotional stuff with the logical stuff, with the logical info. You can also add testimonies. You always see testimonies with people in my site and different pages. I have testimonies and video testimonies of everybody that's worked with me and stuff. It creates that social proof. And you can also add other detailed information that you think is important around the page, like a little bit later on down in the page. And it's just important to be genuine. And if they like you, if it's a video and stuff, if they like you, they buy. And then you have like what's called a call to action and a clear direction. Tell them what to do, right? And you can even kind of future cast by showing them, showing them the path and what they're going to do next. I've seen people even share the screen and take them to a landing, like the sales page, and say, here's what you're going to click, you fill it out, you blah blah blah, and they're showing them what's going to happen next, right? So now you're thinking, okay, what now, right? So you can start to learn this art of sales copy, not like copywriting, like the little copywriting logo and the business stuff. It's like the art of salesmanship, basically put into text or writing or script. So that's what the AMF attraction marketing formula is for, right? We have this formula that you can use, and you'll learn from the process while you generate leads. You're actually learning right now. What the process that you're going through is another form of it, right? And you're going to learn this to generate leads from your own, right? Or for your own. So the next move can be yours, all right? Below in the video, there's the button to click and get the AMF Attraction Marketing Formula ebook. That'll start you off. You'll have the full-on paradigm shift. There's a guarantee on it, right? Just grab it and you'll see, once you start reading it, you're like, oh my gosh, I should have known this. Everybody that I talked to, every single person I've turned them on to, they're like, I should have listened. I should have fell into a funnel. I should have tried this years ago. My business would be so much different right now. So get that AMF, book below. Make that investment into yourself. There's no risk. You can send it back if you don't like it or if you don't get the value. So you can be able to communicate effectively and build your business without having to be kind of like salesy or chase the uninterested skeptics and try to drag them off the fence, follow up, bug them, pressure, be that guy chasing waitresses or, all that kind of awkward, weird stuff. That's old school. It doesn't have to happen today. You can be way more effective, more efficient. So let me know if this is making sense, if it was valuable. If you have any questions, completely reach out. And we'll see you tomorrow for day 9, where you're going to learn the best follow-up and mine the gold for your business, okay? And a little hint, right? You're being followed up with right now, all right? And so they say the fortune's in the follow-up. And they say, you need at least 5 to 8 exposures and follow-ups for someone to buy from you or join you, right? Well, they've literally, this stuff has evolved, and you learn how to build a relationship and follow up, but have automated follow-up where you're getting these emails and they're automatically going out. So it took a little bit to, took a couple days to set these emails up, but now when you opt in, you just kind of get them. So this is working for me, right? And I'm not working. I'm with the kid, or I don't know when you're watching this, but I'm not doing it live, right? So can you imagine? Can you see how much time that saves you and how it changes your business where you can actually get free? All right. So we'll see you tomorrow. Click that button, grab that book, and we'll see you on the other page. Later.